Welcome back, ladies and gents. Today we are looking at this. So this actually lost the vote in our recent 4-stone vote, but I decided to do it because it is probably the most high potential piece that I had. I think it got the lowest number of votes mainly because it is, I don't know, I guess compared to the others it's a little bit boring. It's quite obvious how it's going to turn out, or at least I hope so. This is it dry and you can already see the amount of colour in it. If I just give it a quick dip in the water, you can see here it's just your classic standard multicolour Coober Pedy. It's already been rubbed all the way back to the colour bar on one side. It's still potchy in the middle here, so there's a little bit left to go there before it hits the colour. But the great thing with a rub like this is I am literally just going to go straight to the novas. Black, brown, grey, rose. So we're going to go straight to these. We're going to skip all the diamond sintered bits, all the diamond coated bits. None of that is necessary for a piece like this. It's already ready to go, as you can see. It's just got that frosted appearance because it's already been rubbed with a diamond bit of some sort. So look at that colour. I'm not going to change the shape of this too much. I thought about it. I do have stencils. I should actually prove that I have stencils. Let me just, boom. I've got, let's zoom out. I've got an entire bag of stencils. Any stencil you could possibly imagine. But I like to do a lot of freeform stuff, and this is going to be no different. I don't like sharp edges typically, so I will be changing it quite a bit. I'll be rounding off that top, I'll be rounding off these points, but all in all we're going to keep as much of the material as humanly possible. We'll give it a quick slap on some scales. Do you guys see that? That's exactly 3 carats. And because we're not going to attack it with any diamond bits and because it's already a rub, the other good thing about a rub is that you're not going to lose a lot of that original weight. We'll see how much we lose. Just remember 3 carats and we'll see where it gets to by the time I've rounded off these edges, taken this back in a little bit. I'm not entirely sure of the pattern yet. We'll have to clear it up a little bit and see. It could be quite good though. Let's dive straight into the Nova tips and get this show on the road. Here we are at the end of another journey. So this isn't a new camera, this is just a new lens that I'm popping onto my phone camera. It's a macro lens which is showing quite a lot more detail, so I'm quite happy with it. If I can get it focused right, you can have a look here. There's one side. Both sides are fairly similar. This one's got a little bit more blue, I guess, that flashes across it. This one's a little bit more green and red, less of that blue. You know you've got a good polish when the light reflects your fingerprints and the fingerprints are the what are drawing back from the stone. It's a bit unfortunate, but I don't have any gloves, so we'll just stick with it. You can see that there's a nice play of colour on it. Directionality is not a huge problem for this stone. It's really just all round beautiful on both sides. The edges themselves are actually quite vibrant as well, so that's pretty interesting. You can see that this thing is just skin to skin colour. Beautiful rub. It started off well, so I can't take much of the credit for this one. I've kept its original shape. Oh, can't zoom out too far. I've kept its original shape. As you can see, I am wondering whether I cut off this edge here and turn it more into a teardrop kind of shape, because that would make a really nice ringstone, but I think I might just keep it like this and use it as a pendant piece. I do like the ideas of freeforms. When you're valuing opal though, the cut is actually factored in, so if you can do a nicely calibrated oval or whatever, it'll actually boost the price quite a lot. So I think there's a huge market out there for a jeweler that can work with a lot of freeform shapes. So I'm sure there's a couple out there already, and I guess they would be making an absolute killing, because you can actually pick up stones of pretty high quality that are an unusual shape that actually sell for less than what they would be valued at if they were a traditional kind of shape. So it's an interesting field to get into. Might get into it into a future video, but for now, this is it. This is at the end of the Cerium Oxide, and yeah, it's just beautiful colour. Beautiful colour. I don't know why this was in the scraps pile, maybe it was because of the shape. But I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I think this face is actually slightly better. But it doesn't take much wiggle to actually get this thing to play with you. And I could watch this for ages. It's just such a nice piece. So yeah, that's that one. Nice piece of rough turns into a nice opal. What do you know? I wouldn't advise working on material of this quality as a beginner though. This is a little bit beyond that. If you find something like this in a bucket of scraps like I have, you are over the moon though, because this is the kind of piece that will actually help you pay for that parcel on its own. So yeah, that'll be it for this one, and I will see you in the next video. I've got another parcel review to do, another batch of Mintaby from another seller. That'll be coming up, and then I reckon we'll have to cut some Mintaby. So we'll get onto that. Get onto the Mintaby, and you guys will see what I mean when I talk about Mintaby and how it behaves. It's a fun little opal, it's a frustrating little opal. I'm sure we'll be experiencing both the fun and frustration. So I'll see you in that video.